Today, we'll be covering one of the biggest pre-sales right now, and they've raised over 400,000 in just a few days. Today's video is all about Pepe Vandal, so stick around. None of this is financial advice, but let's dive into the video. This is Pepe Vandal, and as you can see, they are just about to cross the milestone of $500,000 raised, which is a huge milestone, and it is a project that I think has tons of potential here. Now, the current meme coin market is basically a graveyard of broken promises. Many have been rugged too many times now, and a lot of the newer memes are suffering. So when we do see a project like this that's raised a lot of money, has a lot of momentum, and I will just say has outstanding art here, I think this could have tons of potential. The narrative around this is basically a movement to smash old meme empires and reclaim the real value. This isn't really a project. These guys are actually positioning themselves in more of a war. As you can see here, it started with hope. Pepe didn't break, he woke up, black hoodie, old badge, bat in hand, and a reason to burn the system down. So this is a common narrative right now in the mainstream, so having a meme coin that encompasses this value and of course has Pepe surrounding it does have a good recipe for success here. Now, as of right now, the PEDAN token is currently $0.00005, which is incredibly cheap, and the listing price is set to be 6x from this price right here. So lots of potential here for ROI even before token generation event. And of course, after token generation event, as we get into the mechanisms and utility in a minute, I do think this has the potential for 50x to potentially even 100x here for this gem. Now, buying this is super easy, guys. All you got to do is connect your wallet, select which wallet you want to connect with. We're going to select MetaMask here today. And then, as you can see, we will have the option to enter an amount of Ethereum or USDT. So let's enter 1 Ethereum here and see that yes, we would actually get 75 million of this token, which is a massive amount and could grow massively over time. Now, the core features of this project, if we do go to the white paper here, is based around 2 or 3 major things. So we've got the raid mechanism here, in which, yes, the community votes on the next meme coin house to hit. Members will participate by staking the PEDAN token, dropping memes, graffiti, and more on X posts for these raids. The outcome of this will be vault discovery, and it will reveal hidden treasures such as fractionalized RWA or real estate, art, gold, music streaming rights, etc. They'll also be looting NFTs, access keys to yield-bearing assets, and one-time use artifacts to go along with that. And the way this loot is distributed to the community really depends on who raids. So only the people that actually get involved with the raids and help push the community narrative will get access to all of what we just spoke about. Here we can see the loot and NFTs. So you've got NFT items, one-time use relics, gear, Vandal ID tags, and vault keys. And these aren't just JPEGs, they're weapons, upgrades, passes, and overrides. And each one does a separate thing. So lots of potential here to earn, and you get this simply just by rallying with the community, which I really love for a meme coin. Now, the PEDAN token is not a coin, but is more of a weapon. The core utility here is to stake PEDAN and enter missions, unlock vaults, gain loot eligibility, and access those NFT mint keys. There will be Vandal-specific mechanics as well, in which, yes, you stake PEDAN during live raids to be counted as an eligible raider and therefore get a bigger stake and a bigger cut. They're also doing a burn to break mechanism in which you can burn PEDAN in special missions to trigger legendary events and massive unlocks. And of course, the NFTs surrounding this token will be gated, so basically only the people with PEDAN or people involved with the project will have access to those NFTs. Now, if we look at the tokenomics here, guys, we can see we have 20% for the ecosystem vault, 20% for community drop, 40% for the pre-sale, 5% for the core team, and 15% for the liquidity pool. So overall, we're looking at 75% here purely distributed to the community via the community airdrop, pre-sale, and liquidity pool. This is great for distribution and, of course, decentralization. Now, in terms of credibility and security here, guys, we can see that CoinSalt have done an audit on PepeVandal, in which, yes, they are verified and audited here, and they scored a 90% here, which I think is fantastic. We can also see that, yes, they have been featured on a bunch of different news outlets to help attract that traditional, more Wall Street-sided money. So we can see the Digital Journal covering them here. We can see MSN putting an article out on them. And we can also see on the ICO sites that, yes, we do have on CoinGabber, we have PepeVandal here, and we also see Tech Bullion doing an article on these guys as well. Now, we can also see on CoinGabber that these guys have actually already been listed, which I think is fantastic. And yes, they have their fundraising goal here. They also have a bunch of other really good information here. So just the fact these guys are out there and all over the internet right now really does set the stage for this thing growing and getting tons of momentum in this pre-sale. We can also see they're doing airdrops all of the time, and the community is highly active in their Telegram and X. And with pre-sales like this, they can often run to as much as 50 or even 80 million raised. So getting in early like now is super critical, because then you get in with the cheapest prices and gain that first mover advantage. So definitely check out PepeVandal in the description. That is going to be it from me. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one.